Welcome to the very first episode of Dangood Cooking. I'm your host, Chef Dan. I ain't some normal cook. I am a special ready chefery. And I'm about to warm up this kitchen for a nice hot breakfast I like to call white omelet. So let's get started. First is the chicken, the main meat. Next is the thick cut bacon. Of course, the cheese will be mozzarella, and eggs, delicious nutritional eggs that'll hold it all together. Let's butter this pan up and get started. While that's heating up, time to cut up the chicklies. We really only need half. You might only need half of that half. Best way to cut them up is nice thin slices, that way they fit perfectly with the bacon. Only need a couple strips of these piggies. Then cut them into nice thin strips, just like the chitlins. It's nice and even out. And let's grill these babies up. After that, it's good to spread them out a bit. Shuffle them around. Toss, turn, and wait. Just until this start looking like this. And as soon as you get them nice and crispy the way you like, that's how we drain the fat. And once you get done draining every last drop, just add some flavor. First is the sea salt, then black pepper, and finally, roasted garlic and herb. As those spices blend together, take a whiff of the deliciousness. Time to place them on the side. Me, personally, I like to cover around in paper towels, that way it can soak up all the unnecessary grease and fat that I don't like. After putting every little chickly and piggly in there, you tuck them in, keep them nice and warm. Now let's spice things up by dicing a couple strips of green bell pepper. 2 should be good enough. Now let's butter up this pan so we can grill this fruit up. That's the species of capsicum. This shouldn't take too long. Just gotta get them nice and crispy to our liking. Then we can finally get started on the omelet. When you're cracking the eggs on the pan, it's good to spread them out. That way the yolk proportion itself throughout the bottom of the pan. When you get done cracking the eggs and spreading around the yolk, it's time to add the fillers. Green pepper, pigglies and chicklies. Let's add a couple more spices, up the flavor of it. Then finally, the cheese. And while that cheese is melting, let's get the bread ready. Not just any kind of bread, the round top kind. And let's add a cinnamon apple bagel for a side. Then we go back to the omelet. Fold, flip, carefully, try not to break it. After that, let's get this plate ready. I like to start out with the breading, cinnamon apple bagel. Spread around the cream cheese, get nice and evenly. Place the omelet on the plate. Get your bread ready. Then we add a little bit of parsley to make it look fancy. And would you look at that? A beautiful breakfast to start my day. I like to put ketchup on it as a customary. I hope you enjoy.